Okay, audio check. Okay, we are now live. Going to share this with a few groups and then we should be ready to proceed. Actually, I did have a choice of I could have done Premier Draft of Core 2020, but I've already done that, so didn't really want to do that one there. Maybe I should hold on a sec. I'm gonna actually change how I shared this post as. See if that changes things. I'm also gonna comment as myself later, but for now we'll share this with a few groups. Also a good way to check which groups I'm in. So yeah, there are two groups I can share as myself. Then there are other two groups I'll probably convert back. Though, or I could also just limit the share with just these two, I guess. Yeah, just these two for now. And I guess that's it. I guess we can start at this point. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we're going to be doing Arena Cube Draft. It's a Phantom event as usual, and not that much in the way of changes. I guess I'm having some certain special guest changes quite a lot of things. But for the most part, I'm seeing all the... This is gonna be looking like greatest hits, and we're going to have to treat it in that sense. We're just gonna have to basically a lot of greatest hits. I'm seeing a bit of a token team and equipment team, ETB team for white. It's a bit of an artifact team as well, but it's mostly, yeah, it's just mostly all the best hits that we've seen. I'm trying to see if there even see Dollmaker Shop. So definitely there is a token team. This is gonna probably be the most annoying thing in, so we're gonna be on the lookout for removal as well. Looks like the special guests are really spicing up the draft format, the cube format for the most part. Blue, quite a few counter spells. Yeah, which is still the regular counter spell. Disdainful Stroke. Interference is always interference and 3 steps ahead. Censor, fine, I guess. Make Disappear has been the hallmark counter of its time. Trying to see if there are any other counters for. Okay, there's Confounding Riddle, which is pretty good and also being pretty flexible. Fear of Imposters, it does leave a creature in the battlefield. I guess that it is okay for what it is. So blue seems to be a lot of counters for the most part. They even have Supreme Will as well. And Time Warp, Sublime Epiphany, Torrential Gear Hulk. Black, let's check the removal. We're also gonna check the burn on red as well, but black definitely has a lot of solid removal options. There's gonna be a bit of heisting here, so we have to, and also a bit of reanimate. So we're gonna be on the lookout for that. I don't think well, I think the special guest that hits this one is Day of Judgment. Shieldred's Edict, Nowhere to Run, Long Goodbye, so a bunch of removal that can dodge counter spells. Yeah, Damnation made it in. Meathook Massacre. So as far as board wipes, not that many. I see at least for black. I see Meathook, I see Damnation, I see Giggs's Command. There is a Languish, so that's 4. Let's see if I missed one. Harvester of Mystery is kind of a board wipe. Actually gonna go back and do a quick check because I did not see Cyclonic Rift. White has Settle the Wreckage, Wrath of God, Day of Judgment. Trying to see if the cheap the cheaper conditional ones did not make it here. I see tree Sunfall is 4. So yeah, they are keeping a limit on the amount of board wipes. So it looks like 4 for white, 4 for black, kind of even. Just gonna be a bunch in multicolor, I assume. Red should have quite a bit of removal. Lightning bolt's always there. Pillar of Flame. So aside from lightning bolt, it's either gonna be cheap shock level that can also hit players, or it's gonna be more expensive, or it's gonna be more damage but is kind of limited to what it can hit. Abrades there, Fang Flames, also target creature, Planeswalker. Royal Eruption's any target. Lightning Strike is any target, so we have 2 that are any target, so that's something to consider. Bone Crusher Giant's also any target. Lots of birds-based removal, so that's something worth considering. So white and red seem to have quite a bit in terms of removal. As far as some board wipes, there's no Storm's Fury, there's only Burn Down the House. Roller Crusher Ride is kind of one, so I guess. So that's the status of that. Now, let's do a quick check on 1 mana ramp creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Utopia Sprawl, not creature, but it's ramp, so it's 6. So 6 at 1 mana. Jet Collector is kind of good. Also quite a few at 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 5, 6. So green is gonna be super ramp. So if we're looking at many colors, green is gonna be the way to go. So that's something to keep in mind. Then let's see. Interestingly, no white blue board wipe, no white black board wipe. There is a blue red board wipe in Ill-Timed Explosion. Let's see. There is Maelstrom Pulse, but not the other one. Flarg is fine. So not much in the way of board wipe. So we're gonna need to focus a lot on 1:1. Blue having a few quality cards to consider. We have all the Triomes, and let's see, Atraxa, Golos. Key to the Archives always gonna be there. I guess we also have all the fetch lands. Also a quick check. Yeah, we have the shock lands, we have the survey lands. Just those 2. We have check lands. We have check lands, restless lands, and fast lands. Okay. Ooh, we don't have the slow lands. So that is a choice. Okay, so we have it. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. We're gonna cash this in right now. I'm gonna go ahead and see what. Hey, Matilda Razon, yeah, good day to you too. Nice to see you. Yeah, starting a little. Yes, trying to build chill. Start of November. It's already 2 months of listening to Jose Mari Chan. We got another 2 months to go. We'll survive. Also, in other news, I am starting to consider if I want to try out the Pokemon TCG. Well, think about that. So, Key to the Archive is solid that goes in any color. If I want to go into tokens, Bitter Blossom's always been a good one. Gix's Command is a board wipe for consideration, though. So all the good black cards are here. If I want to stay color free, I will just take Key to the Archive. Dissection Tools would be the other choice. I didn't notice, but it looks like most of the collectors are in the board, so yeah, we're going to just take Key to the Archive for now. We're passing a lot of black, so we're not expecting to go into black. but we're not past a bit of green, but not much in any of the other colors. And this is starting to look okay, not looking good for us. Meathook Massacres there. If I wanted to keep it cheap, I would just take Unholy Heat or Godric. Just try to haste my way out of there. Serra Paragon's a way to get a lot of value. Get a lot of value on the return, so I probably take this first and start taking every cheap creature afterwards. Yeah, I guess I can do that. That's the way to go. Being Vantasaur, this one's fine, but yeah, we're gonna go because we're only passing one white card in Talia, so okay, and we got a little bit of reward here. So Paragon, it's play a land or cast a permanent spell. So Trap to the Screen is a good one. I could also just take one of these for now and hope this one wheels. Probably does not, but I will take an Overlord first because this does allow me to go wide a bit. So Welcoming Vampire is a good one for us. Stalwart Realm Warden. Next non-creature spell target opponent cast cost 2 more to cast. This is super. So both of these are fine. This one draws me cards. This one stalls our opponent out. I will take the Welcoming Vampire because it's one white less. We should also start looking for what our second color would be. Right now, Fateful Absence is a good pick. There is a Wormcoil Engine that I'm probably gonna end up giving up on. Let's take the Wormcoil for it. Let's take the Fateful Absence for now. I'm gonna cut as much white as possible and see where we end up in. Ooh, an unidentified hover ship is a good one. But there's also a Day of Judgment, which is a board wipe. We know there are only 4 board wipes in white, so there is a premium to taking this one over the hover ship. Yeah, we'll take the Day of Judgment here. And there's another one, Wrath of God. I guess we're taking both rats. We're going to be kind of controlling here, which is a bit awkward. Emerald Collector. When you draw your 3rd card in the turn, conjure a Mox Emerald. I might just take the Lion's Sash. It's still a creature. Yeah, I've no reason... Not found a way out of white yet. We even got Dissection Tools back and Stonecoil Serpent. Some of the black did wheel. Like, I could go... When you cast your second non-creature spell in a turn, conjure... But we're not exactly casting that many non-creature spells. I could take Wing Bright Thief. We could go white-blue, see how that goes. I'll just take the Dissection Tools and hope we can hit enough token makers. Because this is still a 5-mana 4/4 Death Touch Lifelink on its own. So that's the direction we're looking at right now. As it is, this plan not quite getting there, but yeah, Overlord of the Mistmoors does give us tokens. Blade Splicer also gives us tokens. This is a pretty good hit for us. And I guess I could... I'm gonna take red as my second splash color. That's usually the aggro stuff. And we kind of got a War Leader's Call that can fit in. So I'm gonna consider if we can get in... So we're on the lookout for red-white lands. Ways to fix our mana there so that we can start with red-white. That is our plan there. Also on the lookout for a lot of removal. And a lot of ways to start getting early plays. Like, all of these are kind of expensive for their timing. Like, this is... Like, you can see this is our turn 4s. Quite a lot. I'm gonna take the Wormcoil Engine, but over Grim Lavamancer. Not sure if I actually want that. Okay, not surprised that I didn't make the cut. And let's see. White-black also an option. Sorin of House Markov into the lifelink play. Yeah, white-red not looking that great. At least white you get removal, so I don't feel... Inferno Titan's good, but it's also kind of expensive. I'm gonna incentivize to take cards like Touch the Spirit Realm because of Serra Paragon. Assimilation Aegis, we'll take it. There is a Yorion, which is super greedy. I'm not gonna take that right away. There's a Restoration of Iganjo, but we need to start taking cheaper creatures as well. Flages is a good incentive to go white-red, so we are going to take that one. We are passing. Cut to the right. Yes, I'm think. Well, okay. I'm trying to see how. So, our next pack will kind of tell us if we should start going into red because we're getting cut. Also, we need to do a sanity check on our delirium because like we have artifact, enchantment creature. Oh, Ocelot Pride. There is also a War and War leader, but we're definitely taking Ocelot Pride and trying to find ways to gain life now. Hired Claw is our other option, but we are definitely taking this one first. Because this card is just annoying by itself. So Flage does let us gain life. Aven Interrupter is a control card that we can take. Tree Battalion is a way to dump a lot of our early creatures, so... But right now we need the creatures more than this one. So I will take the Aven Interrupter for now. Because I did mention that we do have quite a lot of 4-drop spells. The thing with for the general rule for making, especially is this one because this is a phantom draft, we don't get to keep the cards. Is that if I can find something that fits our deck, we go for it fitting our deck first. If it is how do you say this? If it is something that we can kind of skip, then we can start cutting from cards from other people. Yeah, white-red is admittedly, it's slightly awkward in trying to find life gain, though they do have some multicolor spells that do the same thing. There is an Uro, but there is also an Elite Spellbinder. There's an Obliterating Bolt if I want cheap removal. Right now I'm gonna prioritize creatures first. Yeah, we're not exactly... We are passing a few really powerful cards, but we're not exactly in the position to make them work. Dust Animus, or Bloodthirsty Adversary. I think I take the Dust Animus first. This one has a higher upside. Stoneforge Mystic can get us dissection tools. And we only have one equipment. We have at least one instant and 2 sorceries, but unfortunately the 2 sorceries we have don't work with Young Tarmogoyf. Young Pyromancer, we should probably just take the Stoneforge Mystic here. We probably end up cutting this though. I will need to have a sword level. I would need to have a sword level artifact in order to take this. Savine's Reclamation, return. I can actually take this. Beza is also really good. It's a solid creature. I could also take this. This one probably... No, this one won't come back. This is pick 8 already. I'm gonna take the Beza though. Yorion's here. Annihilation, Assimilation Aegis, Unwanted Remake. I'm probably gonna take the remake here. Getaway Glamour. Exile target non-creature, return it. This one's always good. This also counts as removal. Shard Mage's Rescue is a good protection trick. I think I would rather have the Getaway Glamour because it's more flexible. And there's an Emperor Heart Challenger. We may have to consider that. Yeah, the red's starting to not look great as a splash. Like, instead of, I would most likely rather have Swift Spear over that. There isn't. Yeah, no one picked the Uro. Stoke the Flames can still work for us, but yeah, Bloodthirsty Adversary makes more sense. And we get Wandering. Oh, interesting choice. Lightning Strike, always solid. Reckless Stormseeker. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gain. Okay, this one's cut. I said we are full on fours. Definitely five of them. So unfortunately, Wandering Emperor is not the pick. I can just take Path to Exile and give up on Unwanted Remake. I can take Legion Warboss or Reckless Stormseeker. I think I take the Warboss first. There's also Lightning Strike, which is always good. I guess I can take the Lightning Strike and give up on that one. Toby is another good one to get back. Prairie Survivalist also is okay to get back, but I think we just go with Toby. It's along the same line as some Blade Splicer. Prismatic Ending, we're only hitting 2. Hellrider is actually gonna be really good for us, but I should probably be disciplined and take the Bone Crusher Giant. This might come back. Thousand Moon Smithy. Yeah, unfortunately nothing else really fits us here. I guess Light the Stage can fit here for card draw. But now we're taking a lot of, probably more red cards than I care for. I'll take the Get Lost though. Okay, we do have one land now. Oh, there's an Elesh Norn. We benefit from Elesh Norn. We also get hurt by Elesh Norn. So I will take this, even though we can kind of get away with not running it. Like, I could give up on the Dissection Tools. I can give up on Stoneforge Mystic at this point as well. Felia is a very good pick here. Yeah, we take Felia. This one's a bit of a question mark. So is Voice of Resurgence. This one's always kind of good. Not so sure, because we're looking into going into red right now. So yeah, we're definitely taking. There is the Legion Warboss, but we're taking the Ralgrim Triumph so we can have the mana to fit. Glacial Fortress does not fit our mana. Nexus of Becoming does not help us at all. I guess I can take the Mockingbird since we can splash blue. Oh, they have the Baleful Strix with the Commander art. I'm gonna see if that other land makes it back, but probably not. You now have to do a sanity. 21-7 means we can do 10-7. Key to the Archive also helps us fix our mana, so that's always going to be in. So all of our cuts are going to be in the early side here. Ocelot. But we are definitely more aggro than control here. I guess we can cut the War Leader's Call. Now, War Leader's Call can be good. So we now have to start looking at synergies here. Probably cut the Swift Spear at this point. Because we're trying to keep it down to 7. We're trying to keep it down to 7. So like, yeah, 9, 10, 7. It's technically 10, 8. So we can cut the Swift Spear. We're gonna want to cut a few of the non-creature spells at this point. Mutavault, I think we can make room for it. So 8, so it's like a 9-8. I can go for a 10-7 here and just start cutting more red. So let's see. Getaway Glamour. Do I need Getaway Glamour if I have Fateful Absence and Get Lost? Probably not. We can cut this one. It's flexible. Bone Crusher Giant's fine because we can go there. War Leader's Call could go. That leaves us with 41 cards. Now, also at Pride, we have enough cards that we can like I think we have kind of enough. I guess Light Up the Stage is also another possible cut, but this does give us 2 cards. We could cut one of the rats. I'm gonna leave it as this, like this for now. I think I would have preferred to have more removal, but I'm kind of liking the direction this one's going. That said, historically, I've done really poor in cube draft. Usually, I end up going white-black for reanimation shenanigans. This time, I end up having to go white-red. So at least we get turn 1 Ocelot Pride. That said, if our opponent's playing black, they have a lot of access to 1 mana removal, so I don't expect this to stay. Reclaimer. Now the game truly begins. And there, we kind of have our value already. Let's see if our... No. They might have a burn spell. Nope. They're gonna go Fable Passage. So we're gonna just play Toby. And oh yeah, the Ocelot combos really well with Toby. So we just need to make one more token and this becomes really annoying for our opponent. Sentinel of the Nameless City is not getting true, but I'm going to start with the Go Greedy plan. And now we have the City's Blessing, so we actually got more tokens. So having the early removal, okay, that really helped. That was a very good first win. I now kind of regret not having even more earlier removal, but between Get Lost and... So there might be an argument for actually putting the... There might be an argument for putting the Getaway Glamour in. There's an argument for putting this in, cutting, say... As, well, not Unwanted Remake, because this can still block Ocelot Pride. Though War Leader's Call does make a good argument now. Reason I cut it is because it doesn't affect the board. Actually, no, I think it affects the board enough that we can go for it. So I'm gonna cut one of the rat effects. And I might cut Elesh Norn. There's an argument for cutting another. There is an argument for cutting the other rat in favor of Ghetto Glamour because we are super aggro here. No Ocelot Pride this time, but we do have Lion Sash into Toby, into Key to the Archive. We do hit our rat, so if our opponent is the aggro, we can kind of buy time that way. All of a sudden, I'm kind of regretting not taking the Sabine's Reclamation. So we now have a choice for turn 2. Well, most likely, opponent's also kind of aggro here. We'll see which direction they go. I definitely want to convince them to play out as many creatures as possible. You probably have a burn spell for this, that's fine. Hey, thank you for liking the stream. That's very nice of you. Opponent does have the Bone Crusher Giant, as expected. So opponent could play this as a 4-3. No, they're playing Legion War Boss. No hate. Well, that has haste. So I could Flage first, just nuke this one. I could play Toby, then have the 4/4 deal with this, but that could also be a... Actually, it's fine. No, we'll Flage first. Basically, I want to convince our opponent to keep piling onto the board. Like, there's a juicy creature that I want them to play out. And with that, I now have the excuse to play the Rogren Triome. I could play Toby. I kind of want to see what they have. I'm going to play Elite Spellbinder. Now, they could have removal for this, but at white, single white, not real. Okay, Unwanted Remake is fine. And choose one card to manifest. Enter both lands, doesn't matter. So, Portable Whole Path to Exile, Wandering Rescuer. I actually want them to play the Wandering Rescuer, so we're gonna take... But they might not, they might just go for it for now. So Blade Splicer, I probably play 2. I could also play 3 to the Archive, but they're not going to overextend to that. I'm going to play Toby first. Also, no reason to play this land, because they have a Path to Exile, they will give me a land. So we're definitely chump blocking. I want to... No, this does flash, so they have no reason to play it right away, so I kind of need to hold off for one more turn. Also, I need one more card in the yard. So that is the reason for me just running everything out. I need to play one of these to convince my opponent that they have... Yep, I knew it, they had more creatures available. So I want to swing with this one first. Opponent probably just blocks with Toby. Yeah, they had the block. That's fine. Now I could play Mountain, light up the stage, set up my next draw. But I can pass. Blazer just draws a card. Into a Grim Lavamancer, which we can snipe. Yeah, they're empty. So yeah, the one. So I can do it. No, we're gonna snipe the Grim Lavamancer. So we'll play the planes. Might as well light up the stage. We are gonna plot that. Play the land, plot Dust Animus, play Key to the Archive. Ah. They probably wanted to play the first part first. Okay, so play land. We can't slot it. Oh wait, no, we still have 5 or more untapped lands. Okay. So we'll play Key to the Archive. Lightning Helix is good. Pitch the land. And Snipe Beza. Thank you for making it easier. Now our opponent needs to have their own board wipe. Yeah, they got greedy with that one play. I was counting on it. So there is an argument for still having both rats. We were lucky that we had the one rat effect. So I need to find something else to cut. I still think having both rat effects are good. So we need to cut something else instead. Or I could just leave it like this. There is some argument for the Unwanted Remake Getaway Glamour, but I think I'm fine with this setup for now. I want the creature count to be a bit high. In fact, 15 and 9 is a bit on the low side for aggro decks. You kind of still want to have more creatures. Issue now is that yeah, the only other white creature left is Stoneforge Mystic. That one's not gonna make the cut here. We'll keep this one right now. See if we can keep the aggro train going. So far we survived. Our first opponent was playing green-red. I think they were playing green-red-white, but they stumbled really early. Yeah, we just got the Ocelot Pride really early. They did not have removal. They had blockers, but we were able to clean them up. This one is super slow. I can play this and hope to hit my 2-drop, but I might rather just have an early 2-drop instead. That said, Beza is good at catching up, so maybe I do keep this one. We are admittedly taking a risk here. Never mind. Lion Sash turn 2 is a drop. I would into a Bomat Courier. Okay. We will play the Lion Sash turn 2. That's our blocker. Then, depending on what removal our opponent has, our opponent's playing 4 colors right now. Proff's Eidetic Memory. So this becomes a 2/2. So we take the hit here. Okay, so we did hit our mana. I would still play Welcoming Vampire first. Then next turn we can start drawing cards off with. We can draw a card with Toby, Combo Seed Shark. They did have the Strangle. Okay, that's horrible. Also, this is if it was a permanent card, our opponent doesn't have any right now. Guess I can play Beza. We will not get the card, but we will get the life. Yeah, that's fine enough. Oh, we also did not get the creatures as well. So I probably should play... If I can hit one more land, I'd War Leader's Call Dust Animus. Now, this one I cannot just target it. I could swing with this one, hope they hit something. I don't want to see. Actually, no, we're gonna see how our opponent decides to block. Okay, they're not blocking. We're still gonna snipe this anyway. So now I'm plotting this in the hopes of hitting a land. Okay, so we are taking a lot of damage now. Yeah, we'll take 6 for now. Can't really do anything about that. We need one more land so we can play Dust Animus. Okay, we hit our one more land. I cannot cast this first because we want this to come with the token. There you go. So I kind of want to play this one. It sets up our Toby, it sets up our Overlord. Yeah, we play this one. It also allows us to finally block that Nomad Courier. Now, we might be in trouble if our opponent has a spell or something. Opponent is just transforming that, sure. Also, we can start taking our own cards, but we have a... Might as well take this one for now. But Null Drifter having Annihilator is annoying. So, and they get refreshed. Null Drifter is going to be a pain. We can block it though. Unless shove aside. I guess that, well, that forces us to eat our Welcoming Vampire. Draws him 2 cards. They're gonna stack it in the Null Drifter. We need to hit the Get Lost. Called it! So let's see. So I could have also swung with this to force lethal, but right now I just want to pare down our opponent's board and get our life total back up a bit. Angras, but we're probably just gonna end up taking 8. We're not gonna, or we could block with the 2 tokens here, but yeah, let's see for Fang Flames. Incubate is annoying, but it's still fine. Opponent did not leave up mana, so the Nomad Courier is not going to attack. They have lots of mana. They really have lots of mana. Okay, they're trying to... They probably should pitch that. Well, I guess they could grow it. If they make it into a 4-6, it does make it harder for me to punch through. I can still gain life though, so it's not a net loss. So I kind of want to wait for 1 more mana. I guess first things first, we can exile. Yeah, let's start exiling a few of these. And this is somehow 2 to equip. So maybe, so if I wanted to play this... So I can unequip this to make a 4-4 again, which probably makes sense, unattached. So now our opponent's gonna need to start buying time. This one's swinging. I could just take the 8. and just block every other creature instead. Okay, they're giving that up. They're just getting their cards right away. So, you give up the token. Nope, this one can't block alone, so might as well just block this. We'll take the 8. Now, the 5 cards are what scares me. Oh, they didn't try to pump it. Did they hit something that... Three mana. Molten Impact. A bit late, sure. They could have saved it by... They could have saved on that, actually. Right. And this one is... Cast an instant or sorcery to get another hit. If I hit a removal spell, well, that's a bit excessive for a removal spell. It does wipe the board. In fact, a trick I can do is I can reconfigure. I can attach. Swing with everything. Oh yeah, damage ordering is gonna be a relic of the past. So I probably don't even want to board wipe this one. Like, I want to reserve the board wipe later. Because this is their only blocker now. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I can't block it. Let's see what their last card is. Life gain is super instrumental here. Yeah, Dust Animus really deserves its place. I probably should have done a Delirium check, which means I would have wanted to take that one out. Yeah, Force Block. Yeah, I'm gonna play it out a bit. Because our opponent's gonna need a really expensive... Our opponent's gonna need to have a really expensive card if they're going to dodge... If they're gonna hit us with ill-timed explosion. They don't have... And I... Yeah, Big Laws, Maze Crusher. They can destroy the Lion Sash. Which still gives me something to hit in the air. If they don't that doesn't get haste, so that doesn't really do anything. Go to combat, we swing first. I could also swing at this. Yeah, why not? Force them to block. Now, they could spend the 2 counters, that's fine. It's not really relevant for me here. Just getting them down to the last creature is... Yeah, good game. Woo! That was close! Opponent had some big hitters. We we did hit the reset button, so if we really needed to, we could reset, but we actually managed to stabilize there. And that's with our opponent hitting 5 extra cards. They just did not have the answer for the large dust animus. So take note. Yeah, that was... yeah, I agree. That was very close. So we need at least 5 wins if we want to get our 4,000 gold back. Any more is nice, but... for the play experience, so we're kind of halfway at 2,000 gold. I kind of just jinxed myself by counting how much mana I required. That was a relief, yes. And I'm willing to keep this one, though I know we're... Hey, Jericho Lagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Now, this one's a bit of a risk, knowing how many mountains I actually have. But we have enough early plays to kind of make this work. Maybe... I'll play the Lion Sash anyway. If our opponent has a creature that needs to be sniped, we will snipe it. If not, we will just lead Spellbinder. Bitter Blossom. So let's see what's the next thing they could hit. I'm gonna snipe Valky, that's the most annoying thing they could have. So let's see, they play the Swamp. They end up either plotting this one or playing this one. Yep, they played that one. Now... they most likely block with the token. But what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to clear the way. Now we do have a 5 mana Wrath to concern ourselves, but we do have Key to the Archive for the time being. Unfortunate. And this only hits creature cards, so we did want to get those out. We did tap wrong. We did tap wrong. We could have just we should have just tapped double black red. So let's see. Do they hit the 4th mana? In either case, I play Key to the Archive. I pitch the Plains. They might play Valky, which is a do nothing here. Now, if I could... now, we only have one of these, so... we are running the risk of our opponent board wiping on turn. Oh. Ooh, I should not have played that right away. My bad. I forgot. It's when this attacks. So I want to see if our opponent double blocks. No, they don't. So we'll just exile. Yeah, it's a bit of feel bad exiling our own stuff, but like they could drop this one, and I could still hold a Fateful Absence depending on where they slap it. Also, because this one is not that big to begin with, I can... well, I'm probably still gonna end up exiling their cards. Bitter Blossom is a really good hit though. We our opponent would have needed to draw that late. So knowing this is gonna come, I have to equip this one just to keep the Lion Sash alive. It does mean I have to. It means I have to take an Embercleave hit. It's still better than nothing. For our opponent, but yeah, we have to equip this here just to make sure that I guess playing the Felia means I can still keep the Lion Sash. We're gonna take the one. Okay. Opponent goes for that. Ooh, they get to snipe either our Fateful Absence or Key to the Archive. I suspect they take Key. Yep. Because that one has the bigger possibility of being a blowout. So we're gonna exile the token. And if they double block, I do have I can Fateful Absence. They could have a Fatal Push. That is a concern. Now, okay, actually there are now enough that, okay, I'm actually going to just play the land, end the turn. So let's see, if they go for burn down the house, they now have enough, there are enough permanents that I can grow Felia. Yeah, this is gonna be a math mind game here. Might as well take it. No, they get to destroy it anyway, but I might as well deny them the resource. And it's still gonna be an artifact even if I unequip it, so we'll let that resolve. They had to do it, but hey. Survive another day. We can wipe their clue token out, deny them the card draw. Yeah, now we have no way of yeah, this one was a very good Kolaghan's Command. Actually, I want them to waste their mana. Now, if I played this, that incentivizes them to do the board wipe, so I might want to hold. Because they are also on the clock. So they hit that. They might also go for the 3 tokens. Which hurts us a bit, but is actually still fine. Yeah, if I had played this one, they would have board wiped right away. Right now they have a choice. Unfortunately, The creature is going to be a 4/4. The good news for us is that we can blink that token. We have to take the hit first, though. So now I need to do the math here. This way, I've convinced them to double block. I might be better off. Because how much is it to equip? It's 5 to equip, which they can easily do. Yeah, I have to trade. So takes them down to 6. If they equip the glider and just swing, I'm fine. If they equip the glider and don't swing, I am fine trading Bone Crusher Giant for it. I can offer the Mutavault as part of the trade as well. Math. If they go for the card draw, I'm perfectly fine with that. That was the reason I left that there. Yeah, it might draw them into something that could get them out of it, but honestly, all the cards in their hand can... They have one card in their hand that can get them out of it. One card in their hand that can close the deal, presumably. So we have... If they do target this to remove this, and they don't win this turn, so Jadar is not it. It is a blocker. Slick shot, show off. It's not it, but he is just making blockers. Well, not enough blockers. Because Jadar makes a zombie that can't block. So... So this would force them to... This will... Oh, they didn't. I expected that much. And Bitter Blossom takes them out. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, that was close. That lightning strike was really handy. Yeah, definitely. I have not... Yeah, this was probably the best... One of the better decks I've done for draft. Definitely a lot of power in white if you want to keep it on the low. Oddly enough, the build I was going for is kind of more controlling. I just never... it just didn't happen to it that way. But they did have enough control elements. So, turn 2 Sash, turn 3 Interrupter. Okay. Turn 2 Baleful Switch. Draw card, sure. Yeah, I guess I play Lion Sash first. It's kind of non-committal. There's no honest to goodness reason to play. Well, yeah. Opponent had removal, which is fine. So we can play Toby Beastie Befriender. Interesting trick. If we can keep Toby up, we can channel to get it back. Get our 4/4 Beast Friend back if it gets to that. Opponent is playing Grixis control. I assume it's Grixis control. This generally does not lend itself to aggro. Now it is 4 color, but I suspect it's closer to Grixis. Yeah, because this one's something you intentionally run for 2 colors. This one you can run for 2 out of 3 colors. Okay, we attack with both. I suspect our opponent blocks the 4-4. Yep, that's fine. Then we hold. Our opponent holding up mana is just as bad. Now if it's a counter spell, that's the perfect thing to hit with Aven Interrupter because they'll never be able to cast it out of exile. Yeah, we're doing the delay game. It basically wastes 2 of their mana. They do get to re-choose, so they might end up not choosing the discard the card option, which is fine with me. I also realized that I had a lot of incidental flash as well. Okay, opponent still going for the discard plan. So if our opponent just drops a singular creature, we can drop Felia. Though that's probably the worst creature to... Yeah, so we don't drop Felia, we instead... Channel. Our opponent draws 2, nothing we can do about that. Get back our 1-1 with a 4-4. Definitely do not want to exile this. There is an argument for exiling Toby, but let's see. I think we can convince our opponent to trade these 2 also. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And we'll just play Bone Crusher Giant because that allows us to keep Felia up. But yeah, we are actually in danger right now. Our opponent has a full grip. And this is the 1 color combo that has a lot of really good cards. We also ended up pitching our Lightning Strike, so we can't do a swing and just go for it. I'm gonna pass. They definitely have a trick. Urtai Resurrected does draw net as a card, so I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, I'm less okay with it. They probably block the Bone Crusher Giant, yeah. So what we can do is we can play this and play Key to the Archive. Hope they don't actually have a counter spell. I'll be super annoyed if they do have a way to remove the archive. We're taking a risk by going for that. Thankfully, Felia can reset Lelia. And I'm hoping they don't have enough mana to cast this. If they do, they do. That said, and yeah, we'll probably just cast a welcoming vampire. We now have enough to bring back Flage, so we have something. This only causes losing X life. Ah, David Snipe fell. Yeah, that is one way out of it. I guess I should have considered that. Not a complete loss, we can still fly over them. But our opponent is super control, so we are in real trouble. Yep, I think we can concede actually. Yeah, we didn't hit. It's fine. It's fine. I guess the other thing we could have done was just straight up grab a rat and just wipe the board. Keeping the Scarab God alive was probably a very big mistake. Yeah, we should have just grabbed a rat, wiped the board, done everything else afterwards. So we did make a clear mistake on that one. We got really greedy there, and we should have known that we were quite behind because our opponent had a lot of cards in hand. So early removal, no early creatures, so we're kind of hoping to draw into them. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I play this, I go down to 5. So the correct play is to actually play Key to the Archive, Pitch Mountain. That takes us down to 4 cards. Well, 5 cards. 3 Battalion. Well, this one does inform us of what to hit with Key to the Archive. It does make 2 of our spells more expensive. Most likely the Faithful Absence. Most likely the Beza becomes more expensive. I suspect it's gonna be Beza and Serra Paragon that become more expensive. But I don't. Well, Serra Paragon, I was kind of planning to cast that. The Beza would have been nice, but I think I could afford to take a. Also, this does net me 2 mana. The Spark, Vitrify. Now, let's do a sanity check. In any combination of colors, so we are definitely putrid. Now I could just play Beza here. I can also putrefy. Then Flage. Do they have a way to keep that alive? Virtual Foil. No, it's just a Night token. Okay. Actually, not so okay because they do get to cast this. Fateful Absence does not answer this. I'm hoping the next card I draw is a land. Okay, it's a land. That's good. So I have to decide. No, it doesn't matter. I'm missing mana anyway. And the Wrath helps. I could have played War Leader's Call first. Exile, okay. So you get one reset here. If I hit one more land, I can War Leader's Call tap. Never mind, I'm probably just going to... I'm just probably going to wipe the board. This is their first non-creature spell, so I can cast... Actually, never mind that. So let's check. So not enough to get this one back, so... I will resolve, I will pay. Oh, it's two. Oh, it's two words equal to Esper. Yeah, it's fine. Pay two. Block. So unfortunately, I cannot play. Well, I can play this first. I just have to tap this one. Page. Get this also. But the arm. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to actually tap this for white, red. We will still have 5 or more untapped lands, so. Yeah, the math was kind of weird on that one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have no reason to play this right away. I might as well swing with this. Now, if they have removed towards the plowshares, okay, they had removal for that. I'll gain the life, sure. Unfortunately, that means Serra Paragon can't get it. Well, Serra Paragon can get this back, but I definitely do not want to lose this. Opponent's going to hit us with this. We get to Fateful Absence. see if they have anything else. Ocelot Pride. I am giving them the token because they do get the end. Thankfully they miss on. Kind of similar. Well, except I'm lacking the virtue of loyalty here. They also could just replay that one, so it. Trumpeting Carnosaur is a headache. Oh, come on, seriously? Ah, lucky bastard. No, that's it. Yeah, if we only get a 3/3 out of this if we take it out. And it's gonna get harder because of the virtue of loyalty. Yeah, opponent. We would need to hit our other Wrath effect, which we are not hitting. I can play. I guess I can play this. But we are tanking quite a few hits here. I don't. No, we do have a bit of a. No, we do have a bit of a trick here. So if our opponent goes for this one first, I will not be able to block the Serra Paragon. But if they attack, they most likely just end up attacking with Carnosaur. Yeah, this is the part where we get really unfortunate. Opponent had a much better long-term plan. And they really got lucky off that trumpeting Carnosaur, what the hell. Oh, they're swinging it all. This was unnecessary. Actually, no, this was because I was gonna not commit the Serra Paragon to Flage. But now we still have a trumpeting Carnosaur problem. So we do hit the. I guess I play. Yeah, the Thalia is not good. I could pick this to hit something again, but well, Thalia can. It's not going to be able to attack. I won't be able to block this. This one, I'm just trying to see if I can hit anything. I would need to hit a 2-mana removal spell off the light of the stage. No, I don't. I can't channel, and I can't channel this. Yeah, this one's. I get to cast those next turn, but I am. Let's see. How do I survive this? I don't. The problem is the trumpeting the trumpeting Carnosaur has trampled. This one just aims space or takes out Thalia. I would not be able to. Oh well, that was a bit unfortunate. Let's see if we can get one more win. I would like to get one more win. Well, 4 wins. That is the average. But yeah, we are kind of hurting here. That was so fortunate. Opponent hit removal for our Flage as well. And I think our opponent had both Path to Exile and Swords to Plowshares. In fairness, we did pass a path, so if that opponent was on the table, same table as ours, it's on me. I could have taken it as well. What did I take over? Guess this is fine. Turn 2 Bloodthirsty Adversary hit. That was closer to red-white control. Maze Mind Tome. Opponent's going control. So no reason for us to light up the stage quite yet. We can just we'll just take a peek at our opponent's hand. Darkstar Banisher is the one that's the most painful. They are 5 color. That's not a surprise. We went after the most obvious card. So they're looking for a blue source or a red source for Crucius. We can answer the Crucius. No, they did not hit it. I don't think they hit anything at all. Might as well cast for Spectacle. Unfortunately, I cannot plot this. Wait, can I? I cannot plot it, so I have to play that. I can hold on to this for next turn. They do hit their blue X source. No, they're just gonna hold on to it. I suspect they might have a Wrath. No, they conceded! Like, they could have played Urtai. No, they could have played Urtai. But their life would have been so low at that point. Yeah, we managed to get our money back. So not bad. Let's see if we can still win, at least get one more window. So this one, yeah, we can play Triome 1, Bloodthirsty Adversary. This one's kind of close to controlling, so we don't have the super aggro start. That said, turn 2 Adversary, turn 3 Elite Spellbinder is fine. If our opponent is super aggro, we can just wipe the board in 2 turns. Decent Pyromancer. Okay. So we are super incentivized to wipe the board. We might want. Oh yeah, we're super incentivized to wipe the board. We kind of want, so we want to hold these back. I guess Blade Splicer is enough to convince our opponent to. I also want to convince our opponent to exile this and make 2 tokens. I need to convince our opponent that it's worthwhile attacking. Now, we're running the risk our opponent has an Embercleave, but we're probably not in danger of dying yet. Okay, our opponent using up the token is using up the treasure token is good for us. So we want to block this one. We want to convince our opponent to exile. I suspect that they had an Ember Key. So we do get to reset the board. Not that bad. Please play something else. Nope. I think so we're going to Hot Dust Animus, see if we... Young Pyromancer, not gonna do it. Henra is admittedly annoying, but they don't have the mana to... Yeah, if we can hit the land, which we do, Dust Animus first. Touch the Spirit Realm before our opponent can flip this. And hold on to Fateful Absence. Whew. Let's hope our opponent doesn't have the removal for this. Lightning Bolt won't remove it, but it does make blocks a bit awkward. They're not going to attack anymore, they're just going to try to draw that naturally. I might as well start hitting now because Bomat Courier is an attack trigger, not a damage trigger. They might exile this to... No, they're probably going to just start drawing cards. We got lucky that our opponent was playing mono red, and they did play a bunch of expensive stuff. Unfortunately, we are not having a... Okay, that's fine. Exile. 4. And so far we get to pay back 4. Now our opponent will get an advantage eventually. I kind of want to hold on to this in case we... Yeah, can convince our opponent to play that. They need to have ways to buff Bomat Courier's power. Crown Razor Tyrant. They probably target our Rogren Trio. I will sacrifice it. Now they will eventually equip this over here. Yeah, unfortunately now we're breaking on lands. What the heck? So we have no choice but to play this. Yeah, we bricked on our draws back to back. That was kind of bad. Oh, that's a problem. They can sacrifice this so I don't gain life. So I have to double block it like this. Bomat Courier is so good. Yeah, I would not have gained life in that scenario. And opponent had hit Chandra as well.
Chandra, you need more control. Psh, just let me burn.
Oh, they can hit the lightning bolt too if they want. Yeah, they're gonna go for lightning bolt. They might get us. Yeah, unfortunately, this is not good. We did not have a real out to Ember Thief, unfortunately. That was kind of... Would that be close? Not really. Drawing all those lands did not make it close. But then that is the nature of it sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna brick on your draws. But there you go. We did get 5 wins. We did get our money back, so I can't complain too much. We'll take it for what it's worth. And we got some gems. Got an uncommon. What's our rare? Well, it is from a set that is really hard to come out, so I'm actually okay with that one. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe, share and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. Many thanks to all who tuned in. Thank you, Jericho Alagan. Thank you, Mantilla Razon. It was really nice having both of you guys here. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are, and have a great week, everyone. Take care.